The core of every marketing campaign is the product. Nothing is more important than the product. If you don't have a quality product, you will not have loyal customers. They won't come back. They will try it once, and they will move on, and they will be lost. If you do not have a quality product, nothing will ever get done. Once you have your quality product chosen and you start developing it, then you need to understand your consumers and how you can connect your product to their needs. How can you deliver that? How can you communicate that value? What do they want? So then you have to start thinking about the tangible and intangible benefits. The problem is you only have a short window to explain to them or educate them about what your product does. If you think about a commercial, it's 30 seconds. If you think about a billboard, it's what? 5 seconds. If you think about an ad on Facebook or on Google, people scroll down and don't even often look at it, so you need it to catch their eyes. But if you add into Google, you don't even get a picture. It's just a few words, maybe 100 characters. It's extremely small. And so that's how you need to know exactly who your consumer is, what are their wants and needs, you need to know exactly what your product is and how you're going to communicate it so that they understand that this product is going to make their lives better. And everything needs to be extremely tight, short, and crisp. And if something is off, you will not be able to communicate to them exactly what they want, and they won't buy your product. And that is why marketing is so difficult, because so many things need to match up just perfectly to make it work. One way you can help to communicate the value of your product is through secondary brand associations. An easy way to think of secondary brand associations is through product endorsements. If you think of back to the 1990s with Michael Jordan and Nike or Hanes or McDonald's or Gatorade, all of those brands exploded. If you think about today in brand endorsements, imagine if you work at a small company and Kim Kardashian touches your product. It instantly becomes successful because of what she does to it. She doesn't even have to do anything with it. She just has to show that she's using it or holding it, and it will explode. The one thing you have to be very careful about with brand associations is if your partner brand or person goes off and does not follow the script or does something that you can't control, you can become in a large problem. Think about in the early 2000s with Tiger Woods. All of those brands started to panic. When you're connecting your brand with someone else, you can't control them, and so things can happen. But it doesn't have to always be through using endorsers and people. You can partner up with other brands. If you think of like Disney and McDonald's, they're always partnering to share both of their brand awareness, perceived quality, etc., etc. But to me, the hardest thing about brand management is consistency. Once your brand becomes slightly, doesn't have to be very, just slightly successful and starts to last year after year after year, it becomes very, very difficult to remain consistent in your message. Everything needs to be on spot. You cannot be random. If you are random, you will lose your customers. To me, one of the greatest examples in marketing as a consistent brand is Pepsi. I will connect a few Pepsi commercials down below for you to look at, but if you look at the Pepsi commercials from way back and you look at them in the 80s, the 90s, and today, what they're saying and how they're saying it is always exactly the same. It's unbelievable how well they have stayed on there, and that's through multiple generations. We're not even talking 10 years. That's like 70, 80 years now. They have been able to stay exactly on the same note.